Hey Sarah, that looks really good. Always so vibrant.
Hey Mark, thanks. Just my usual salad creation. What's on the menu for you today?
Oh, just a classic BLT and some chips. Quick and easy, you know.
Yeah, I get that. Sometimes convenience wins. But speaking of food, how are your healthy eating goals going? I remember you mentioned wanting to eat better.
It's a journey, Sarah. A very long journey with many detours. I try, honestly. I had a fruit for breakfast. So that's something.
That's definitely a start. Every small step counts. What do you find most challenging about eating healthy?
Probably a few things. First time. By the time I get home from work, I'm exhausted. Cooking a full healthy meal feels like a monumental task. Second, cravings. I just want something comforting, usually cheesy or sweet. And third, maybe cost sometimes. Fresh produce can feel a bit pricey compared to processed stuff.
I completely understand all of those points. Time is a big one for many. For me, meal prepping has been a game changer. On a Sunday, I might chop a lot of vegetables, cook a big batch of quinoa or brown rice, and bake some chicken or fish. Then throughout the week, it's just assembly.
Meal prepping, I've heard about that. Sounds like a lot of work on Sunday. Though,
It is, but think of the time you save every evening. Plus, you're less likely to grab unhealthy takeaways if you have something ready. And about cost, sometimes buying seasonal fruits and vegetables, or in bulk, can actually be cheaper. Frozen vegetables are also great, just as nutritious and often more affordable.
that's a good point about frozen. I always forget about those. So when you say healthy, what does that truly mean for you? I hear so many different things.
For me, it's mostly about balance and whole foods. It means getting a good mix of protein, complex carbohydrates, and healthy fats in most meals. Think lean meats, fish, eggs, beans, lentils for protein, whole grains like oats, brown rice, quinoa for carbs, and avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil for fats.
So my BLT probably misses the mark on balance then, right? White bread, bacon.
Well, it's not the ideal choice for every day. Maybe if it was whole grain bread, with lots of lettuce and tomato, and less bacon, it would be a bit better. But it's okay to have treats sometimes. It's about the overall pattern, not just one meal.
Okay pattern, so lots of fruits and vegetables, right? I always struggle to get enough.
Absolutely, try to eat the rainbow. Different colors mean different vitamins and minerals, and it's easier to hit your daily target if you add them to every meal. Spinach in your eggs, berries in your oatmeal, a side salad with lunch, roasted veggies with dinner.
So basically, avoid anything that comes in a packet with a long list of ingredients I can't pronounce.
Oh, that's a big one. Hydration is key, but mostly with water. Soda and sugary drinks add a lot of empty calories and can lead to sugar crashes. Try plain water, or if you need flavor, add lemon, cucumber, or mint. Herbal teas are also great. You've got the general idea. Limiting processed foods, sugary snacks, and unhealthy fats is crucial. Those often have a lot of added sugar, salt, and unhealthy trans fats. Reading food labels helps a lot. Look at the sugar content, sodium, and types of fats.
Reading labels, that feels like another task.
It does at first, but once you get used to it, it becomes second nature, and you quickly learn which brands or types of food are generally healthier. Another thing is portion control. Even healthy foods can lead to weight gain if you eat too much. Listening to your body when it says it's full is important.
That's hard, especially when something tastes really good. What about snacking? I always get hungry between meals.
Healthy snacks are essential. Think fruit, a handful of nuts, Greek yogurt, vegetable sticks with hummus, or a hard-boiled egg. They keep you full and provide nutrients, unlike a bag of chips.
So much to remember, but I guess the benefits make it worth it.
Definitely more energy, better mood, improved focus, and of course, better long-term health. You feel lighter, more active, and less prone to illness. It's an investment in yourself.
You make it sound really appealing. My energy levels have been pretty low lately, actually, and I do get that afternoon slump.
Exactly, your body runs on the fuel you give it. If you give it good fuel, it performs better. It's not just about losing weight. It's about feeling good every single day.
Okay, so if I were to start, what's the absolute first, easiest step you'd recommend? Besides breakfast fruit, which I'm already doing sometimes.
Mark, okay, so if I were to start, what's the absolute first, easiest step you'd recommend? Besides breakfast fruit, which I'm already doing sometimes. Start by adding something healthy rather than immediately taking everything unhealthy away. Maybe aim to add a side of vegetables to your dinner every night, or switch one sugary drink a day to water. Small, consistent changes are easier to stick with than drastic overhauls.
Add vegetables to dinner. I can probably do that. Maybe some frozen broccoli. And drink more water. That sounds manageable.
Perfect, and remember, don't be too hard on yourself if you slip up. One unhealthy meal doesn't ruin your whole diet. Just get back on track with the next one. It's about consistency, not perfection.
Thanks, Sarah. This has actually been really helpful. I always feel overwhelmed when I think about it, but breaking it down makes sense.
Anytime, Mark. We can even share some healthy recipes if you like.
That would be great, maybe. One day, I'll bring a colorful salad like yours.
I look forward to it.